And for today's fun segment of the news, we're going to be talking about the event that happened in Texas. Texas mass shooter. I can't even pronounce this guy's name. Hold on. Can you pronounce that? Because I can't. Property of Allah. And as you see clearly with the t-shirt. But it's strange because he looks lost as all hell here. Austin mass shooter, everyone. Link 1945 used to follow me. However, I kept insulting Groypers, so he stopped following me. Oh wait, he still follows me. So he started following me again at some point. Anyways, let's see here. Austin mass shooter, everyone. Islam must be banned from the USA permanently. And that goes into our First Amendment issue, and that's why it's not going to work. Trying to ban this is not going to work, ever. First comment, I've literally beat Muslims in theory arguments. All you have to do is adopt unitary Christianity like I do. Huh, interesting. So apparently, he had an X account. So funny, Islam is considered an enemy to America because Jesus, who came out of a vagina, can never be God. Just read Mark 12:29, John 17:3. Your lies, propaganda, insults, and smear will not stop Islam. Islam is here to save you in this world hereafter. And then this happened. The Islamic Revolution is eternal and is here to stay until the end of time. You Zionists and Islamophobes can be angry all you want, but you can't do a damn thing about it, no matter what. Because Christianity is fake. Just read out loud Matthew 5:17-12, John 17:3, John 5:3, and Mark 12:29. To know only someone demented would believe what you Christians say, not Jesus Christ. Huh. I was always under the impression that Jesus was a prophet in Islam. But this guy seems to not like Jesus. But let's continue on with the conversations going on. There he is. Austin, Texas mass shooter. Here's a better picture of him. I mean, he just looks like the fun chocolate man from Africa. But apparently he decided to do this. And of course, Hassan. Cattle. He's mad we stopped the shooter. Come on, man. Property of Allah t-shirt. So let's go to the reports of the mainstream media. Starting off with this Instagram. Assuming Instagram wants to work, because for some strange reason, Instagram does not like working on PC for whatever reason.
To my friend's son who was in downtown Austin at Buford's when the mass shooting happened, and this is what he witnessed firsthand, and I want to warn you that some of it is graphic.
So what exactly happened when you walked out of the bar? What did you see?
We were leaving the bar. We were all like walking towards the entrance. The car comes up on the side exit of Buford's and it's all like a patio deal. And
FBI investigating potential nexus to terrorism in 6th Street shooting that left 2 dead, 14 injured, and the shooter also deleted. Austin Police Department says 3 people are dead, including suspect. 14 were injured after a shooting just before 2 a.m. The FBI is also involved.
The area with an assault rifle believed to be an AK-47. And track his movements into the final moments before he began opening fire. Keep in mind that authorities say that he first opened fire from an SUV using a pistol, then parked that SUV and returned to the area with an assault rifle believed to be an AK-47 or an AR-15. But in terms of the investigation and where the FBI and Austin police are at this hour, they are still trying to determine whether or not he acted alone, whether he is what they would call a lone wolf possible terrorist, or whether or not he may be connected. to a potentially larger group. And so as a result of that, they are issuing a number of search warrants at this hour, not only on that property that we know in Pflugerville, but also trying to look at his digital footprint as well, including...
Interesting that it's a left-wing news source that has this particular video. However, let's talk about the guy for a moment here. We saw some of the things that he's tweeted. Didn't really make too much of an impression upon a lot of people. Not so much of an interesting individual. My theory is that he just got mad and decided that he was going to go do a terrorism. So yeah, I'm going to go with this guy's probably just a lone wolf. I mean, they're checking his digital footprint and everything, and if something is revealed, it will be revealed. But the fact of the matter is that this happened literally the day after Trump decided that he was going to delete Iran, so to speak. And a lot of Muslims are turning the Ayatollah into a martyr. And as such, a lot of people are going to be pissed off about that. And as such, are we surprised this happened? I'm just a little surprised that there wasn't an extra day or two involved. But nah, this guy was Johnny on the spot. Literally the day after, he had his gear ready and he was ready to go. That's one of the reasons why I think it's a lone wolf guy. I feel like there would have been more people involved. There would have been more guys if it was a network sort of deal. But it's just one dude who had a moment. And there we go. That being said, like, share, and subscribe. Also, here's a trailer for a project that I'm working on. You guys have a good one. In the late 1960s, American ethologist John B. Calhoun conducted an experiment to study the effects of population density and overcrowding on social behavior using rodents. All material needs such as food and water were met. These experiments were later known as Mouse Utopia. The results were catastrophic. Imagine never having to worry about your food. Harsh weather. Or predators. So what does this have to do with the modern day left? The mouse population boomed. All basic necessities were met. And for a while, things were good. They had their own civilization, so to speak. You would imagine this to turn into a utopia for everything to be in perfect harmony, but that was not the case. The mice became lethargic. Some mice constantly groomed themselves and became autistic. And some became violent. And when a system falls apart, what happens to those who try to do good?
Kids' mental health is like plummeting.
Behind me, hit me in the head with a rock, and another put a pistol on my face. And that's saying something because people threaten to kill me all the time, you know?
This is a nightmare.
you think they're gonna start noticing my bike everywhere? Because, you know, it's a pretty unique bike. I think I'm gonna have to get a new one. You know, these crazies trying to run me off the road and all that. I mean, after this. I mean, I'm really attached to this one.